Hello. This is Heather Russell. And I am here to interview Unison Francis of Go Goddess Organizing. Yes. Best idea ever. I have struggled with organizing my whole life. Like, I was always in trouble with like, go clean your room and like feeling like, well, I don't know what to do, like help me, and something I saw on your website actually was like where you had like an online gathering, like on a Zoom meeting where people would just like organize stuff and hang out together like for happy hour. And I just love that so much because I will do stuff if I'm talking on the phone or like hanging out with a friend, and I always wanted someone to come in my room and just hang out and talk to me and like tell me what to do, from a different perspective. So anyway, your stuff calls to me, and you called to me from the moment I met you, and you're an absolute goddess through and through. I already know it. And anyway, so why don't you tell me a little bit about whatever you would like to talk about right now?
From what I just said. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to talk about the decluttering happy hour because it's free. First of all, it's one of my favorite nights of the month. I do it monthly, and yeah, that's all it is. It's just creating a space for people to come together and be in community while we're in our own homes, doing the tasky stuff that we don't really want to do. And then I sit there. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm going to do something too. But then I realize that I just need to be here holding space for everyone. And if they have questions, and a lot of times when we are decluttering or getting rid of things, we seek permission, right? Like the word permission. And it's like, I don't have an attachment to X, Y, and Z, whatever you're trying to get rid of. Right. But just asking that question of like, well, is it serving you right now? Like just putting it back, in your lens, then all of a sudden people are like, oh man, that's right. Yeah, no, it's not serving me. It's not, I don't need it. I'm holding on to this because of the who I was when I needed it, or what it was, when I bought it. And so that's what I really love about the decluttering happy hour. It's just we all pick one small manageable chunk, whether it's like an underwear drawer, a pile of mail or something, and get it done together. And it's gone international. We have people from Canada who come. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Yay! But yeah, it's a free service that I do. Yeah. I just love, my whole thing is like, I just want to help women shed. Can we cuss on here?
What's that?
Shed the shit that doesn't serve.
Yes, cuss your brains out.
Shed it and get rid of it, and stop being connected. I like to say like our stuff kind of tethers us to our current reality, if that's not too woo-y, but you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're not too woo-y, but you know what I mean? Like
over the top woo-woo, yeah.
All of our stuff that we surround ourselves with has energy. Everything has energy, and it's connecting us to something. Like if I look at a pair of earrings that an ex-boyfriend gave me or something, I even if I'm not like automatically thinking of him, like when I put them on just because I like them, there's still that energy that's keeping me tethered to that other person. I call that like an emotional energy. That doesn't serve my relationships going forward. It's not worth it. So finding all of those tethers, cutting them, and figuring out how to step into our best self. I think that, shifting our stuff and getting rid of things is a great way of doing that when we don't know what else to do. So that's what I love supporting women doing, Yeah. I'm burying the goddess within is what I call it.
I feel it. I mean, I actually right before, sorry, I have to find my computer charger. Just like right before like a few hours before our interview, I felt like and I am woo woo AF, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she's already like working her magic on me right now because
Mhm.
I just started like putting things in containers, like letting things have places, and I actually reorganized my work area to make it just a little more functional and a little nicer. Um, looking more attractive, more beautiful, which I, that's the goddess, like make it goddessy, like what do it for the goddess, like what would the goddess want? Um, but how would you say is the best way to get started? Say your whole house is like mine. Um, I mean, and I try to hide it, but um but it's still there, So how would you start a big, like, say I wanted to do, you have like a 3 month package, and then I'm
I
sorry,
have
do you
lots
want
of different, yeah, no, I have lots of different packages, but if you're like just getting started
to
and you want to do it by yourself, like I mean, you can hire me and I will come in and we will work together and do this. Or if you're like thinking like, okay, I want to do this by myself, I have a getting started, a free, and I can like drop the link or whatever somewhere,
yeah.
a free where to get started guide, and it's 3 5-minute audios, and it really starts with, and I know you're not going to be surprised on this, but affirmations of worth,
Mm.
because you are worthy to be surrounded by just the things that support you. You are worthy to live in beauty. You are worthy to be surrounded by riches and things, but you are worthy of space. One thing I hear from most women who hire me, when I say like, what do you want to create today? And a lot of them use the word, I want space to breathe. We
I'm making a face like, oh
right. It's
yes,
like
I feel that.
people are, that's why I love working with women, but women especially, like we hold on to things, memories, things, mementos, things, or like things that we buy that we think we need still, and we don't shed as much. And so I would start with affirmations of just worth, like I am worthy. um, I am worthy for space to create. So that's what I do in a 5-minute audio. Then the second one is we really break down your room into small manageable chunks, because I know what happens is like people are like, let's get rid of all of it. And then it's like a shitstorm of a tornado hit. And,
Yes.
and then the depression sinks in, right? It's like, oh my God, well, I can't do anything.
Yes. Oh my God, I've been there so many times.
Right. So I say like take it by just like, I love the small manageable chunks. Like we break our room up into like quadrants, and then there's the desk, and then there's the drawer of the desk, and then inside the desk there's the pens. And it's like, even like I go so far as to like, what kind of pens do you have in your house? Like my father-in-law loves to collect free ballpoint pens that have like some medical terminology, it's a free pen. But those don't work for me. That's not what a goddess would write with. A goddess would write with, the favorite pen. So that's all I
Absolutely.
keep in my desk, like
Uh,
that's it. If it's not that pen, it doesn't go in my desk, because what happens is then we have 25 pens that are okay, but no, we deserve better. So I walk you through that. And then that last step is really, if you need help, like reaching out to community, reaching out to me. Yeah. And I do have a 3-month coaching program, which I'm
mhm.
super, super excited about, because it goes deeper than just the professional organizer who comes in, puts things in bins and boxes and leaves. It's
Yeah.
we work on the shedding, we
Yes.
work on the why, the how we got there, and then the why and the how to move forward. Like, what do we want to create? And it's a beautiful process, and it's like we are in contact. You have to love me, because I will be in your life every day for 3 months, like, and it's really fun, but you have to be ready for a transformation. You have to be ready to get uncomfortable. And
the word that comes to me is emotional. Because I do body work and spiritual stuff and healing, all kinds of different modalities, but um we hold on to emotions in our body, but what I'm feeling you say is like, well, everything we have has energy. All the energies affect our energies. We're sharing space, with these other energies, and they're like putting their feelers out to you and stuff because they have emotional connections to you. So when you go through that, you know, box that you got with your dad at the auction at somebody's house of a collection of antique needles, it's gonna like, it's all about that time, and and I will absolutely hold on to things, but it's like that letting go process, that emotional, I'm just feeling like I bet it gets pretty emotional at times. um
It totally does. It totally does. And I think that like the physical things that I'm getting rid of and the body work that you do are so connected, and and I'm not saying you have to get rid of everything. You just have to realize what emotional connection you have to those things, like my mother just passed, and I found her wedding dress. This is actually like 2 years ago. During the pandemic, I helped her organize her closet, and her wedding dress was like in the bottom of a bag. It was all crumpled. And this is not a style that I would have ever like worn again or anything. But it was important to me to take it and get it preserved and put it in a box and really keep that nice. Now she's passed, and I want to keep that wedding dress. There is nothing that it is going to serve me a purpose. I'm never going to wear it. I'm not the same size as her. The style is 1970s. And although it's coming back, I would never wear it. But that emotional connection is something I want to keep. That beautiful marriage that my mother and father had. And just like, I know it was a happy day. So there is emotional connections to things that are beautiful and I think we should keep. And if we surround ourselves with those things, that's when our life really begins to be more full. Like I'm looking at a painting and I know exactly why that painting is in my room, why I love it, who gave it to me, how, like every little thing. And if we protect our energy, you protect your body energy like that. Our house, our surroundings, our sanctuary is the next level, like, right, of our sphere. So I'm sure that I've never thought about this way, but now talking to you, it just amplifies our power, it creating that space. I can almost feel it talking to you like this, like, like.
Yeah, I feel like I can get bigger and bigger and bigger, and that is what we want women to be doing, is like get bigger, Yes, take up space.
And it doesn't
take up space.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what, fill that space with happiness. You feeling this? I'm good.
Oh, I got chills. I'm like, yay.
Can you hear my children screaming? It's happy screams, but can you hear them? Okay.
No. But I was kind of even taking it to like a creepy place, but like it's like there's a lot of ghosts. It's like there's like kind of a lot of ghosts in the things that are like haunting you, or I mean, that's taking it to like a dark level, but
I don't think so. I think it's important for people to know that too. And it can be just an emotional ghost. It doesn't, if you don't believe in this next realm, then fine. But I want some good ghosts around me. The bad ones, they can go, but yeah, like I don't know, you were talking about a needle box that you got with your dad. There is some cleansing that can be done as well. I'm sure you have, just from, it's the memory, or it's with your dad, that memory of that day. That's beautiful. Who knows what happened before that, with those. So like cleansing the past lives almost of your things. I'm a big firm believer in reduce, reuse, and recycle. I'm going to Jen's yard sale on
Oh,
Saturday.
it's my yard sale too.
I'm going to your yard sale. I love yard sailing and you know, and thrifting and things like that, and hand-me-downs, if they are perfectly aligned with my desires and what I serve. You know, I'm not going searching for something that I don't need.
Right. Okay, that brought something to me and I have to focus. Yes, okay. The word that came to me is integrity, which I've been thinking a lot about because I used that word to someone and they took it in a way that I was like challenging their integrity, if that makes what I mean is like if you are aligned with your divine self, you know, and we're not always aligned with our divine self. It's okay. It's great. It's fine. It's totally normal. But when you align with yourself and you're like you align with your values truly, you know, truthfully, and be honest with yourself and no judgment, you can really be in integrity with yourself, with your inner and your outer space. So your inner matches your outer. It's something that I feel is I'm always working on, walking the walk, talking the walking the talk, or talking the walk, or whatever. What is that? Does that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, our environment is a reflection of what's going on inside here, right? So I did not make this up. I've heard this over and over again, but like physical clutter equals mental clutter. It totally does. I mean, especially for women, it goes way back to like caveman, cave women situations. We have diffuse awareness, right? So we are like in cave women times, the feminine, we are in charge of, you know, finding the berries, knowing which berry bush is poisonous, knowing which berry bush our neighbor Susan already took the berries from. You know, we have this catalog of where the masculine is like hunt, they're single focused, hunt the deer, kill the deer, eat the deer, you know,
Skin the deer.
yeah, right. And we're like know everything. So our environment, I learned that from a relationship coach. Her name was Allison Armstrong, actually. So I want to give her credit. But our environment affects us. And as women, it like screams out to us, like, make the bed, my bed is messy. And even if you're like not a really super neat person, there's things like you said, like you just want to beautify your space a little bit. That's what we do as women, as the goddess. We make things beautiful and just everyone wants to be there and inviting, right? So it's like there are things that scream to us. And I know I have clients who haven't connected with that feminine energy, haven't connected with that beautification, and they have put their own self-worth so low on the list that it, like, you know, it just doesn't matter that they live in clutter. That's what they say to themselves, but deep down they can't stop this like rat race in their head of this like emotional mental energy of like all these things to do. And if we just took the time to clean our space up, you know, clean it up. And will it get messy again? You're right. Yeah, it will, because an alignment is a journey. You know, being integrity is a journey every day. My bed's not made right now. You know, I mean, like,
What'd you say?
My bed's not made right now. True confessions, you know? And it's like,
yeah,
it's a journey. Like what you said, it's like we get into the flow. And then we have to recorrect to stay there and things like that. And just knowing on the daily basis what is serving us and what isn't. And I'm talking, we start with physical stuff. You know, that's where I want to help women, is like really creating their space. But it moves to what, you know, emotions aren't serving you. What things in your life that you're saying to yourself isn't serving you. What people in your life aren't serving you. You know, like there's so much in our lives that we that we take for granted, I guess, that we have power. We have power over letting things go.
I feel like the things are covering up, our true divine essence as well. Like, so it could get raw for a little bit, and I've been learning, holding space and learning and studying the feminine energy and the goddess for several years now. And oh my gosh, what was I saying? Do you remember?
It gets raw.
Yes. Okay. So, been holding circles and holding space, and even my body work, I've always felt like it was transformative. Like you start here, and then you have a transformation by the end, but there's that space in between of the transformation process, which is, we always compare it to the cocoon or whatever, but that ooey gooey, like not so pretty stuff. And, holding that, it's very powerful to hold that space for someone during that time with no judgment and like with, celebration and, that feminine energy of like community and togetherness.
Yes, I love that, because often I think my clients or people, they get caught up in like, I should be able to do this myself. This is like, they play the blame shame kind of game. Like, I need to clean up before, I bring someone in. And I love that you said that, like, yeah, I just create a space. I hold the space, and it is a lot of emotion on my end, like holding the space for people to let go of lots of things, and yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, space seems to be kind of the word of the day. I just got chills. And I don't know. I feel like we might be coming to a close with the interview. And so you mentioned you had some free offerings on your website. Would you like to just say those things one more time?
So if you go to gogoddessorganizing.com, right now for the rest of the month, I have lots of free things on there, but there's there's a mini course. There's 3 mini courses that will be a paid offer soon, but right now they're free. So it's 3 mini courses: how to kick the clutter and regain your emotional energy, kick the clutter and regain your mental energy, and kick the clutter and regain your physical energy. Those are 20-minute little courses. It's amazing. Someone just called me last night and was like, you just inspired me with this. So go grab those. Those are free now. And then also on there is the invite free to the join the Decluttering Happy Hour email list. And then also is that getting started.
Sorry. What? I said I'm so excited about that.
Oh, you're excited about that?
Yeah.
I didn't do it this summer, but I'm going to bring it back in September. People are really like reaching out, like, you're going to do it again? So I'm like, yeah. I mean, I love it. And then yeah, there's the how to get started decluttering guide. And if you book a consult with me and we book some time together for the rest of the month and probably next month, because I just love it so much, I'm going to throw in one of my services, which I know you will love, which is just like the intention setting and chanting. I call it the Calliope package. All of my packages are named after goddesses.
I love that.
After we are, so we have Calliope. We will sit down and we will write intentions down about what you want to let go of in your space and what you want to create in your space.
Yeah.
And then I will chant them for you. We will record them and I will chant those for you so you can have those. And then if you are so moved to burn some sage in your space and really clear it out, we could do that too. So that's in addition to any of the other packages that people book this month and next month. But yes. It's just the first step. It's the first step. If you feel stuck, shift your shit, look around you. What's tethering you to your spot?
What is not serving me right now? Yes. You are amazing. You are totally lined up with yourself, I feel, and like I'm so excited to be getting to know you and to be, getting in community, So thank you for what you're doing for the feminine and for the goddess and for all of us women who just need space. And it's a beautiful service. Thank you so, so much.
Oh, the goddess in me is attracted and magnetized to the goddess in you.
Thank you.